So we're partway down a route here. We have, let me just arrange myself. We have some stuff. Right. You're welcome. Apollo and Christoph Gavin are insurance folks. Talking to, Helen Nell, the, sister of the fella who died 5 years ago. You don't look terribly satisfied. That's because I'm not. Little information all around. There's literally nothing connecting Wonderley and Sternwood from what I can see. Nothing concrete, anyway. For now, I'll have to keep my suspicions on that front to myself. As for the actual death... Let's think about this. Facts are simple enough. A traveling salesman stumbles upon Wonderly's body on the early morning of the 21st. She died from an overdose of sleeping pills by the looks of it. Her roommate Helen was out of town and returned on the 22nd. Here's what I know about Wonderly. 1. She was dating someone, an older man. I find it strange that Helen hasn't met him at this point. Surely if your girlfriend died, you'd bother showing up at her doorstep at some point. At the very least, try and find out what happened? Maybe he doesn't know. That's a possibility. Then again, it's been a week. Besides, it had to have been weird when he realized she wasn't returning any of his calls. It's all very suspicious. Wonder if the police know about this. Anyway, second thing I know is that Wonderley was in heavy debt. This would serve as a pretty good motive for suicide. But it's almost too convincing. Is this really suicide? Now we can say it was suicide, it was murder, or it was an accident. Let's stick with our earlier point here. It was suicide. The facts are as clear as they get, I suppose. In the end, all I have is speculation. If the police say it's suicide, why should I disagree? I can't let myself get paranoid. Yet if that's true, how did the sender of this letter know Wonderley would die? I don't get it at all. There's literally nothing here, damn it. No connection between Sternwood and Wonderley at all, after all. No explanation for Wonderley's death. This was all a waste of time. You seem disappointed. Do I? Sorry, I'm just... This sucks. I did try to tell you not to get yourself involved, you know? You should have had better arguments then. I don't get it. I know there's some kind of connection between these two people. This proves it, but I don't see it. Well, that's why we have a detective, don't we? Wright could potentially get to the bottom of it all, you know? I suppose. You don't sound very convinced. It's because of the way you said potentially, no doubt. I think I'll just go and sleep. Not going back to your place? I feel sick. You should take your pills. The pills don't do shit, Christoph. It always just hurts. Kept an eye on both cases for a while. Sternwood's investigation quickly fell into a distant memory. I don't even remember what the official verdict was in the end. Murder? Suicide? Who cares? Wonderly's case, on the other hand, took a turn for the interesting. While the toxicology report on Wonderly didn't reveal anything special, a second examination of the body showed what appeared to be defensive wounds, suggesting the possibility that someone had forced her to down the pills. The primary suspect? Helen now. How did she do it, considering she was on vacation at the time? I don't actually know. Christoph and I are heading out to meet her now. Christoph's put his money that she'll take us as her attorneys. I'm inclined to agree with him. As for the potential verdict, well, we'll see. Who knows? Every day is just another flip of the coin, after all. End. Dead end. And once again, I can start over, go back to last decision. I vote for loading a save. Let's discuss an accident, considering the cause of death. It's very easy, and very possible. This was all an unfortunate accident. Wonderly simply took too many pills and just never woke up. At the very least, I don't think it's fair to say she wanted to kill herself because of debt. People aren't always as simple as that. All this was just unfortunate. Okay, I think at this point we can't get around the obvious point. It's murder. No, I don't think so. The timing is too perfect for that. The issue is, if the police seem to think it was suicide, who am I to claim otherwise? I've gained almost no new information here. Nothing that would suggest that this was murder. Or wait, maybe I don't need something that would suggest murder. But rather, something that would show this might not have been a suicide. Something that points to the fact that things might not be as they seem. Do I have something like that? We've got that weird parking ticket. We can try it. No, that's not it. Doesn't change anything regarding the circumstances of Wonderly's death. Am I on the wrong track here? Okay, so we can either give up, it was suicide after all, I can't prove otherwise. Or we have something. Did I mess up somewhere? I wonder. Interestingly, when I started over from the last decision, it took me back here. Which means we missed something here. So last time we examined the bookshelf and got the ripped parking ticket. And we think we examined the couch and the window, and then that was it. So there must be something else we missed here. So let's start over here. How many rooms are there here anyway? From here, there's the kitchen, and there's a little hall where there's a bathroom and a bedroom. I don't suppose I could take a look there as well. Righto. What about nothing here? To find something that I can work with, shouldn't waste too much time. A cupboard. Mind if I quickly take a peek here? Okay. Why do I feel like one of those suspicious government guys? You know, the ones that break into your home and interrogate you? Because of secret government stuff and all? Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Let's see... whoa. There's a lot of pill bottles here. Do you see what I meant when I said that to a point? I couldn't be surprised she OD'd. She was practically hooked on this stuff. I'm not sure one can be hooked on sleeping pills. You could be hooked on anything in this day and age. I mean, I don't think she was hooked on the pills themselves, per se. It was sleep she was addicted to. Sleep? There was this one time she told me that dreams were the past part of reality. Well, that was, of course, because reality wasn't in the picture anymore. Wonder why I didn't pick up on it at the time. Huh. Right at the top of the pile, there's a bottle with quite a few pills still remaining. Definitely been used at least once. Imagine the police took away the bottle Miss Wonderly used to overdose. Yeah, it was right on the floor, from what they told me. Interesting. Alright, we learned something. We got sleeping pills in our evidence now. Books. Let's see here. Huh. What was it? Detective novels. Amulets. You want some? Let's get rid of them anyway. No thanks. Not related to those. Oh. Ah, there's the box. Mind if I take a look here? What do we have here? Do you mind if I take a look? I say as I'm already opening the box and rifling through. Ripped up parking ticket. I remember once fighting quite a fierce battle over these. Looks like it was given around the region of the city, dated October 21st? Excuse me, but could you put that back? There's some private stuff in there, you know? Oh, whoops. Sorry. Got carried away. Force of habit. I would appreciate it if I didn't have to deal with a lawsuit, Justice. Naturally. Okay, so we can still examine a few more things. Oh, this traveling salesman. Seeing into the room through the window. Voila. And I'm not really sure why I'm suspecting the traveling salesman anyways. I didn't get the reference the first time. That was, good old Frank saw it. Jesus, Justice, don't get paranoid, you weirdo. Alright, now, back where we started. Right, you're welcome? You don't look terribly satisfied. That's because I'm not. Little information all around. There's literally nothing connecting Wonderley and Sternwood from what I can see. Nothing concrete, anyways. For now, I'll have to keep my suspicions on that front to myself. As for the actual death... Alright, thinking time. That is a cool picture. Facts are simple enough. Traveling salesman stones on her body. Overdose of sleeping pills. Helen was out of town. She's dating someone older man. Where's the older man? Why hasn't he shown up? Been a week. Helen did say that they were communicating through, like, letters and shit. Not ordinary shit. What if the police knows about this anyway? Wonderley was in heavy debt. Would serve as a pretty good motive for suicide. But it's almost too convincing. Is this really suicide? Alright, save here. It was murder. No, I don't think so. The timing is too perfect for that. The issue is, if the police seem to think it was suicide, who am I to claim otherwise? Gained almost no new information here. I think that would suggest that this was murder. Or wait. But you don't need something that would suggest murder. Rather, something that would show this might not have been a suicide? Something that points to that things might not have been as they seem. Do I have something like that? Let's try the sleeping pills. This is really grasping for straws, but what was it that Nell said? Wonderley never wasted a thing. So why would she have opened and down an entire pill bottle when she had one already opened? It sounds ridiculous putting it like that. But I really need something to work with here. Even if it's something that small, I can still try and demand an explanation. At the very least, that much. Anyway, by suggesting this wasn't a suicide, I'm going directly to murder. No other way to look at it. If it had been an accident, I'd be left with the same problem. So then, if this was murder, who would be my most likely suspect? Considering the facts, it must have been... Okay, so we have... Obviously, we gotta pick a profile now. Obviously, it's Helen Nell, right? I mean, it's obviously not, but... It's obviously the man that predicted her death. Sternwood. Joseph Sternwood. The evidence against him would obviously be the letter predicting. The only one that could have reasonably predicted Wonderly's dying was her murderer, right? By that logic, the only possible culprit would be Sternwood. Oh, hello. I see. That actually might make some sense. I take it that Miss Wonderly's older boyfriend was Mr. Sternwood? That's it, yeah. Why would he warn you, though? Huh? If I were a culprit, why would I warn someone? I wouldn't really want people to know what I was going to do, now would I? Motivations of killers are strange, admittedly. Could be a taunt, could be... who knows? Besides, judging by the scene, it's possible this was a suicide. Maybe he wanted someone to find him. Ah, yeah. A tragic love story, huh? To be honest with you, that sounds like something out of a movie. Note, I'm not saying you're entirely wrong, considering the evidence we've managed to dig up. Evidence? Never mind. Just something we came across in Sternwood's office. Nothing I can talk about to the public, though. Oh, come on. And I appreciate it. But you really should let us handle this. We still have a lot of things to look into. When we're ready to go with something concrete, you'll be the first to know. I promise. Well, thanks, right? Oh, day 3. Gah! Damn it. It hurts. What time is it? Ah. Damn it. This is... I feel sick. Oh, what's wrong with me? I don't get it? Why won't it stop hurting? Why is everything spinning? Oh no. Help. Christoph! Ooh, that's bad. Okay. I'm still awake. Aren't I? Oh no. Wait. What is this? Where am I? Nightmare? Who's there? Nobody in particular. Just watching you have a nightmare. Don't try to talk. It's easier. I'm the burned man. How does it feel? Smearing my name through the mud. What? Shh. It's okay. This is just a nightmare. And in a way, it's a beginning. A beginning of a long cycle of revenge. You want an explanation? Don't worry, you won't get one. You had a chance to learn, yet you went with the easy option. How disappointing. Then again, I guess easy options are what we have in common. Following the breadcrumbs others have left for us. I wonder what's going to happen now. Hey, I don't care. I'm dead. But why do I need to tell you that? You were here first. Justice, hey! Oh. Can you hear me? Yeah. What happened? You tell me. I just walked in and found you on the floor. Sorry. I must have gotten up on the wrong foot. Should I call an ambulance? Do I look that bad? About as bad as you usually do. So yes, extremely. Ow! Hey, don't kick! Joking, joking. Dick. In all seriousness, though, I'm fine. Just have this weird feeling, I guess. It's like I forgot about something? Regarding Sternwood's death, I mean... Nothing's coming to me at the moment, though. Well, I'm sure it will come to you. Yeah, I'm sure. Like anyone's pointing a gun to my head, anyway. No rush. I'm sure it'll come to me. The key to everything is patience. Hint, hint. Gun. Key. Sternwood's death isn't suicide, because we never found the gun, and he had the key in his pocket. Well, the key in his pocket was a possible lead to suicide, but Sternwood's death couldn't have been actual suicide. And our thought of Sternwood killing Amelia and then killing himself was that he only sent the letter to make sure someone found him after his suicide. So, more for now, though. More sleep. Gun? Well then, 2 down, 1 more to go. Sternwood's death has turned into a nice little mess. I could use that to finish the job once and for all, and bring honor to my name once and for all. End. Let's see when the... Oops. Last decision, that's going to take us back here. Oh shit, time frame. We're going to jump back to here. In that case. So... I have to say, there's something strange about her. Do I actually have anything pointing to her being the least bit suspicious? That's gotta be where this parking ticket comes into play. And why Helen didn't want us looking at the parking ticket in here. That parking ticket. I only glanced at it, but I'm sure it was for October 21st. It was also around the region of the city. From what Nell told me, Amelia didn't... Oh yeah, Amelia didn't drive, so it couldn't have been Amelia. Of course. It's the only person this could belong to. The only person it would make sense belonging to would be someone who was supposed to be out of town on the 21st. Helen. Well, only one way to be sure. Well, let's take a look. Hey, I thought I told you not to touch that. I was right. This parking ticket. It was issued on the 21st. It hadn't just been given somewhere around the region of the city. The car in question was... Justice, but I remind you that I don't really prefer prisons. I'm not a fan. What on earth are you doing? Mr. Justice, I think you're really overstepping... I think you've really overstepped your boundaries here. You wouldn't happen to drive a black Ford, right? I don't see what that has to do with anything. Isn't it obvious enough? Found the ticket. Claimed to have been out of town on the day of Miss Wonderly's death, yet somehow your car appears to have gotten a parking ticket just a few streets from here. What are you? That very same night. That's interesting. I don't suppose your car has been stolen recently, Miss Nell? Settle down, Justice. Please. I think you should leave now. I'm guessing we might have to do that, yes. Calm down, Kristoff. I came for answers, and I intend to get them. I believe the calm down line was mine. Well, at least you're not going to pretend anymore. Honestly, what kind of insurance company would come over for a suicide? You never know when you might need to be thorough. But I suppose you're right. Am I being accused, then? If so, then I believe I should call the police. Or are you going to claim you're with the police next? I'm not, no. Are you going to claim you were on vacation? Because by the looks of it, there's a good chance you came back. Question is, why would you lie about it? Why would you cover it up? You think I killed her? Well, don't get cold feet now. If you're going to accuse me of murder, I have every right to call you out on it. Do you even have any actual proof? I mean, aside from the parking ticket? As in, that somebody killed Amelia in the first place? As in, proof that somebody was actually me? Well, that's certainly an attitude change. I mean, sure, I'm accusing her of murder and all, but I think people tend to react permanently, but react naturally defensively when accused of murder, but she's reacting almost prepared for it, yeah? Well, she has her ducks in a row. Justice, why don't we stop here before things get really out of hand? Please, just leave. You obviously don't have anything, or the police would have come here instead of you. I promise there will be no consequences if you just walk away. I would very much appreciate it if I didn't have to deal with this. Why should I just walk away, huh? Justice, you're scaring me a bit here. Please, let's just... Kristoff, we've caught her in a lie. Oh, so what? Do you expect her to confess? Honestly, I'm regretting even agreeing to bring you here. I knew it was a bad idea, yet I did it anyway. Listen to me. You remember the letter, yes? The only one who could have known about Wonderlay's death would have been her killer, no? Sternwood's name is on that letter. Sternwood is dead. There is no connection between Miss Nell and him. A parking ticket does not a murderer make, Justice. She told you. You can prove that she lied, but you can't prove that she was here. We should go. We've wasted enough of Miss Nell's time, I'm sure. Wait, no, Well, do we stay or do we give in? This obviously feels like a bad idea, so let's stay. Why? She's obviously hiding something. We can't just... Yes, we can. And what do you propose? What do you propose, then? I've just told you that. Sternwood's letter is a problem, yes, but I'm not saying he wasn't involved. Justice. They could have... You're not listening to me, Justice. I've had enough of this. I'm calling the police. Huh. Go right ahead. I'm certain they'll be interested in hearing what we found. Oh, for crying out loud! If nothing else, she'll be forced to explain that parking ticket. Good enough for me. Well, this might be... something. Should I even be surprised? Uh-oh. Hello, Wright. I think I'm gonna go with no here. Detective Wright? What are you doing here? Well, you know, it's a small world. I'm actually the guy in charge of Miss Wonderly's case. So when I heard that a burn guy and a dashing blonde gentleman were here, it was easy to put two and two together. It was also easy to apply the general rule of thumb. Amateurs have no clue what they're doing. Well? Oh, that's so kind of you, says the harasser. I haven't harassed anyone here. Well, we kinda have. I'm only after the truth here. You kinda have, Apollo. This is not ending well. He has a point. Really? He only showed up under a false name and rummaged through your stuff without your permission. Fair. Totally different. Hey now. Just hear me out here. I found proof that Miss Nell lied about her alibi on the night of Miss Wonderly's death. Oh? Her car got a parking ticket not far from here. Parking ticket? Where did you find this? In this very room. Chances are she hid it here. She hid it in here only after the police were all done searching through. Let me see. It's no proof. I can explain. I think I would most certainly appreciate it if you did. Considering that this seems to be legitimate. There's also a good chance that she's connected to Sternwood's death. That letter ties these two cases together. Okay, seriously, who is this Sternwood of yours supposed to be? Keep talking about him, but I swear that you're just making this up now. Frankly, I'm getting more than fed up listening to this. Mr. Wright, I called the police because I thought you would help me. Take this man away. Okay, everyone hold on to your knickers. I think it's best we continue this conversation down at the station. Are you serious? For crying out loud, I had nothing to do with Amy's death. You're making a mistake. I haven't done anything yet. I just don't think all this noise is going to help me get any straight answers. Kristoff is not amused. Is this actually going to go somewhere? Okay, now that it's just the two of us, here's my view of it. First off, chances are that Nell's going to press charges against you. Okay, yeah, this is the bad route. And you'll have to take the heat for the whole false pretense thing. Turns out you can't barge into people's houses after all. This country, am I right? I mean, come on. Alright, I understand. I'm more interested in Nell and her possible connection with Sternwood, though. Right, well... First off, she's completely denying everything regarding the accusation against her. She does admit she lied about her movements that night, but refuses to go further than that. Which isn't going to win her any points, especially now. Really, your timing couldn't have been better. Huh? Oh, that toxicology report didn't turn up anything strange. A second examination of the body did. We found signs of a struggle on her wrists and strange marks on her neck. Whoa. How would you miss that? My current suspicion is that the coroner is actually the janitor with a lab coat. So, this was murder? Strong possibility. Considering her lie, Miss Nell's our primary suspect. She can deny it all she wants, but even at this stage, I can see the guilt in her eyes. Interesting. And Sternwood? That's where we've hit a roadblock. That was a Sternwood line, right? With Amelia. He could see the guilt in her eyes, he said as he blatantly set her up to take the fall. We're still stuck on the first question, determining between murder and suicide. On one hand, if we assume it's suicide, then where's the gun? We couldn't find it anywhere on the scene. Yet on the other hand, the only key to the office was in Sternwood's pocket. It was a locked room after all. The door was locked and the windows closed when you showed up. So how would the killer have left? I see. Sternwood's death went from strange timing to downright bizarre, it seems. I guess the only thing we can do is keep looking into it. I have theories. Leads I need to look into. Need any help? After your stunt? Heh. You've got nerve, I'll give you that. Hey, just asking. I mean, thanks to me, you now have an extremely crucial piece of evidence. Nell could have gotten rid of it at any time. To be fair, you did get lucky. And the method in which you did it is unacceptable. Right. Sorry for asking. Just the way it is. Sorry. Of course you are. Oh. Hello. Well, that went okay, I suppose. Obviously better than you thought it would. Since I was pretty sure we were going to spend the night in jail. Indeed. Hey, showing up under false pretense was your idea. Because I was under the impression we were merely there to gather information, not accuse someone of murder. And we did just that. Just the information wasn't exactly what we thought it was going to be. So, what happens now? Now? Nothing, I guess. We just sort of wait, I suppose. As far as our investigation goes, Wright made it clear we're done. The bastard. So we're letting this go? No. I'll keep my ear to the ground. There's not just anything we can do anymore. I see. Well, I suppose the next logical step is to defend Miss Nell when she gets charged. She's gonna be real thrilled about that. Oh yeah, no, sure, great plan. No flaws whatsoever. Nope. I'm gonna go sleep. You could go home one of these days, you know? Nah. Walking sucks. Besides, my head's been hurting for quite a bit now. Very well. I'll head home then. Take care. You too? A dead end. How fitting. Sternwood's death is as much of a puzzle as it has been before. Now, it's probably even worse now. Ugh. I just let it go, shouldn't I? Man. What is it with me and these sorts of things? I always get immediately caught up. And for what? For once I should just take Kristoff's advice. Stay out of it. Not everything needs to be solved. Even if it does, I don't have to be the one doing it. Bye-bye, Sternwood. See you never. Oh, hello. What's this? You think the killer did this? There's no doubt about it. That's definitely his calling card there. Whoa. Yeah, we did find that there. Which means this is going to just end up in a pile of unsolved cases somewhere. Less work for me, but leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Do you think Nell had something to do with it? The parking ticket settles it. My only question now is whether or not Sternwood was involved in Wonderly's murder. A search of the office turned up interesting results. It was pretty well hidden, but we ended up discovering this. It's a stack of letters in Wonderly's handwriting. Ah! It would seem to indicate some sort of relationship between the two of them. I mean, it's obviously not the case that she was his girlfriend or some weird shit like that. I imagine they were communicating about the case with Adam now. Her boyfriend and Helen's brother. Had to be what the correspondence was about. I would have liked if Wonderly had specifically said the name of the person she was writing to, but I don't think it could be anyone else other than Sternwood. So he was the boyfriend? That's my current theory, yeah. So he probably wrote that letter too. Probably means that he knew about Nell's plan. He could have tried warning someone. He did. Why was it Kristoff Gavin? A man he apparently didn't even know. I'm still thinking about it. Chances are that, in the end, he helped Nell do the deed. And to keep his mouth shut, she hired the killer. Why couldn't she have just hired the killer to get rid of Wonderly for her? Simple. That would have made her alibi pointless. could have still been in line as a potential suspect for his client. I made sure she had her bases covered. Quite a theory there. I guess the crazy bandage guy is rubbing off on me a little bit. Hey, that crazy bandage guy is a friend, you know. Right? Sorry? Anyway, I'll head home now. Nothing better to do at this point but to interrogate Nell tomorrow. You think she'll talk? Nah. I suspect this is as far as we'll get. Which means it's all up to me and my imagination. Oh. Yippee. Hooray. Hell yeah. End. Okay, so our next choice appears to be to... If we go back to last decision... Yep. Actually, we could probably just, load back into here. Let's give in. Let's leave. Ugh, my head hurts. What's gotten into me? So obviously, what we've gathered from this is that we're not going to gain anything by turning things over to the police yet. We still need to kind of let them stew. Let things stew before we try and put the facts together. You're right. We should go. You've come to your senses. Good. I hope you're a woman of your word. I won't call the police. Just go. Don't come back, please. Yes, ma'am. Christoph Gavin peels out of the parking lot. What the hell was that? Why did I push things that far? Am I stupid? Did I just... That was a hell of a day. My head's been hurting pretty bad. Man, what was I thinking? It's like my brain went completely haywire. Or wait. Wait a sec here. Thinking time. My brain might have been haywire for far longer than that. Alright. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Insert the Danganronpa 3. Thinking time! Since the very beginning, I've been making a very grave assumption here. Christoph has too. It's regarding this. It's gotta be the letter, right? That letter. Why have we been assuming that just because it has Sternwood's address on it, that he must have been the one to send it? It's such a stupid assumption to make. And nothing to even... Okay, Justice. Calm down. But it was because... it was the most obvious lead, so naturally we leapt on it. Okay, Justice, calm down. If we assume that this is a murder, and the only logical conclusion is that the person who'd sent it is Wonderly's killer. Who, I suppose, was this person? Well, are we... At this point, the only other choice we have is Helen. Helen now, but at this point it could have been anyone. I still don't know the point of the letter even... what the point of the letter even was, but if Sternwood wasn't the one who wrote it, the only thing I could think of is, well... we have because they could. Someone wanted to frame Sternwood, and doesn't even matter. Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, that didn't even acknowledge my answer. Okay, this choice doesn't even matter. Fair enough, I suppose. That's the response to all of the choices. can't let myself get distracted like this. Can't just go rushing in blindly. Leaving was the right thing to do. I don't regret pushing the matter of the parking ticket, but the way I did it... Just one of those days, I suppose. How are you feeling? Better, thanks. Sorry about that. I'm not going to talk to you like you're a child, you know. You made a mistake. At this point, I'm glad there weren't any major consequences. As am I. Still not going to let it go, though. And nobody is surprised. Thankfully, Miss Nell ended up forgetting about that parking ticket. Or rather, she forgot that I had it in my hands when we left. You thinking of handing it to the police? Not much else I can do at the moment, I suppose. Very well. But do let me handle that, if possible. I don't think you have enough of a silver tongue to explain why and how you got it. I have some contacts at the force who will be far more willing to overlook this little detail. I see. Fair enough. You can take it. I'm feeling pretty tired myself, so I think I'll go get some rest. I'll leave you to it then. I'll try to get in touch with someone at the station in the meantime. Damn it. It hurts too much. Because of that weird girl from this morning, I also completely forgot to take my pills. It should be somewhere around here. Oh, okay. We'll do a look-see then. Game over. Died from no pills. No, nothing here. Christ, where do I leave those things? Can we game over from not finding our pills? Let's take a look over here. Oh. Damn it, not here. Guess I should... Huh? What's this? A stack of letters. What? Weird. Kristoff's old-fashioned. He's not the letter type of guy. These are... They look like love letters. And they're in Kristoff's handwriting. What? Whoa. Wait a minute. What's this supposed to be? Names in these letters. Amelia. Your roommate. Helen. Strange letter. What? Helen said Amelia and her boyfriend communicated through letters. What? I don't even have to look at the receiver of these letters. I don't even have to look who the receiver of these letters was, do I? Kristoff, you... What the hell is this? Kristoff, you're 48. Oh, damn it. There are even some from Wonderlay to him. They even mention him by name. Oh, god damn it, I gave him that parking ticket. Jesus, I don't believe this. What the hell were the odds of that? What the hell were the odds that... Gah, Kristoff, you bastard! What the fuck? I see. I suppose things are starting to become a lot more clear now. Those letters from Wonderlay to your boss. I found more in Sternwood's office. What? Sternwood's office? Yeah. The letters themselves never mentioned the person she was sending them to by name, so... Our initial thought was that Sternwood and Wonderlay were the ones in the relationship. That would have explained the strange letter, I suppose. But now... So... The logical conclusion is that the letters found in Sternwood's office have been planted. By Kristoff, yeah. which means that there is no connection between Sternwood and Wonderley. This would suggest that the letter you got was probably Kristoff's doing as well. Must have been planning to frame Sternwood for predicting Wonderley's death. I think it was more than that. I have reason to suspect Amelia Wonderley was murdered. Not only that, I had proof that her roommate had been lying about her alibi the entire time. A parking ticket issued that night. I gave it to Kristoff. He said he'd give it to the police, so it's all starting to add up. I don't know about your reasons, but we have our own for thinking that Wonderley was murdered. While the toxicology report was normal, a second examination of the body revealed it seemed like defensive wounds. There were strange marks around her neck, too. How on earth had you missed that the first time? There's no excuse. But a theory is quickly starting to form here. If what you say is true, then Kristoff and Helen might have been working together this entire time. Okay, there's weird parts about every story here. There's weird parts about every story here. If Kristoff really was Amelia's girlfriend, why would he be working with her roommate to kill her? They killed Wonderley and decided to frame Sternwood. First with that letter. Then with those letters. That letter, the typed out letter. Then with those letters, the planted love letters. There's even a real chance that they were responsible for Sternwood's death. I don't think we should go that far, but things aren't looking up for either of them right now. Even if they get rid of the parking ticket, it should be somewhere in the database. Nell's whereabouts that night can be easily traced. For now, though, I suggest we go and confront her about this. You want me to come along? The more the merrier, I guess. Well, okay, so, Miss Nell, so it looks like both cases are looping back around to this conclusion. Miss Nell, this is LAPD. Please open the door. I don't think she should be asleep at this hour. It didn't strike me as the type to go out partying, either. Problems? Miss Nell? What's this weird scent? It's familiar? Iron? Blood? Oh no. Garlic? Oh no. Check the door. Is it locked? No. Okay, stay back. I'm coming in. What do we got? That smell. Garlic? No, it's blood. Mind your feet. What? Oh no. This isn't good. Keep your voice down and follow me. Yeah, that's a lot of blood. The blood trail leads into that other room. What did I just say about keeping your voice down? It's okay, gentlemen. Well, I'm the only one here. I won't hurt you, I swear. Miss Nell? What happened here? He attacked me. Who did? Kristoff. He's over there, in the kitchen. And again, that feels... was a really convincing act, then, if he really knew. If these two really knew each other. That whole, damn it, stay with her, I'm calling an ambulance. I had no choice. It was self-defense, He's dead. Why did he attack you? I didn't want to go through with it anymore. He killed her. He killed Amy. He forced me to help him. In return, he said he would give me an alibi. He said he would help me. So you knew him even before we showed up at your doorstep. He told me what I should say, how I should react. That would explain some things. I see. And was Miss Wonderly's boyfriend. Yes, and I can prove it. I still kept one photo of the two of them. He didn't know. I see. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sorry. There was nothing I could do. I understand. Nell confessed to being there when Gavin killed Wonderly. She says he forced her to help him. Yeah. She claims she doesn't know anything about Sternwood. Apparently he never discussed that part of the plan with her. Come on. I'll take you down to the station. I need to take your statement. Okay. Can't believe it. Can't believe that after all of this, Kristoff would have actually been involved in all of this. Just a few hours ago, we were talking and he was going to help me and talk to me and... Kristoff really killed someone. Or did he? Something about this that seems a bit off to me. I mean, it's gotta be the card, right? I think I'm just having trouble admitting to myself that he would have actually... God damn it. Feeling sick again. Can't believe I forgot to take my pills. Again. End. I feel like that wasn't really... Let's see where Go Back to Last Decision takes us. Oh, that takes us all the way back here. Which means... we can pick a different piece of evidence. What was the point of this? That letter? Kristoff had masterminded all of this. Why send that letter to himself in the first place? All it did was put him on the map as a person of interest. He could have sent it to literally anyone. Once news of Sternwood's death had come out, that someone would have approached the police. And the wheels would have started turning all the same. So why? Why make such a pointless move? Kristoff was a brilliant lawyer. Far smarter than this. Something feels a bit off here. Ooh. We get a bit of a continuation. Wright still isn't here. What's taking him so long? I need to talk to him about that letter. Apollo. Wright said you'd be here. Ah, Emma, what's... Sorry for the wait. I'm here to take your statement. Wasn't Wright supposed to do that? Supposed to, yeah. Unfortunately, there's been a bit of a hitch. Huh? It's Nell. We're taking her into custody. We put her in one of the holding cells. The first order of business was to interview her, but when we showed up... Don't tell me she's... dead. Yeah. Suicide, by the looks of it. Suicide? Why would she have? I don't know. Wright has his ideas, but at the moment, you're keeping it all to yourselves. I'm sorry. Well, what the hell happened? The question's on my mind even now. A question that I don't think I can ever get a conclusive answer to. After all, every suspect in this case is dead. Ooh, a part of the puzzle. This feels to me like a decisive ending, so to speak. AKA the end of this particular. Like, I'm going to save here. And let's see what happens if we go back to last decision. Oh, that does take us back here. So realistically, there was a bad end. So the just plain old ends are, to this point, we start over? It feels like, one way or another, those choices at the beginning of the game had to be fairly significant. There was a few big ones: murder, suicide, suggestion issue with the crime scene. I feel like that's got to be a big one, suggesting there was an issue with the crime scene. Because, I mean, it seemed like the path we went, it got us focused on was entirely focused on Amelia Wonderly's death, while obviously Phoenix Wright had his own suspicions about Sternwood's death. So I wonder if we focus more on Sternwood's death instead of Wonderly's, what'll be the other piece of the puzzle we need to get through. I suspect that the sort of ending graphic there was a way of saying, we've got the piece of the puzzle at the end of the line regarding Wonderly's death, but there's still bits and threads. There's the involvement of Shelley to kill her. There's the obvious I suppose in this universe, all of his stuff, everything attributed to the killer is just being piled on unsolved cases. So a random lawyer finds his calling card, they're not going to immediately know what's going on. It's a big police secret, I suppose. Not widely known. It makes sense why Apollo would find that card. Well, every Phoenix Wright fan in existence looks at that card and screams, "Oh, that's what it is." In universe, in this case, they wouldn't really know. It makes sense. So, feels like that's a point of inquiry. Hey, we found that card. Maybe we can start discussing that side of things. Maybe we'll try that. I need to actually look back and remember what my earliest choices were. There was a few right in a row. Tell the truth, lie like a dog, talk about stuff, murder versus suicide. Those are the big ones. We'll take a different path and see what happens next time. On A Burned Man Walks Down the Desolate Corridor.